So that over there behind the banking is the Erin Calder Canal. This is the start of the Oxbow, the end of it where I've started walking now. There is more water through those trees that you might be able to see, but actually it's blocked off by all these reeds here. So all those reeds there block that last bit off. And this is one of these typical pegs that looks like somebody sort of dug out that would be ideal for doing a bit of a day session, even though the lake is at this end quite narrow. So I'll just take you round on this path. And I'm going to walk in reverse as to what I was talking to you when I came round first time, just to give you a flavour of the pegs and what the place looks like. So you can see the path's quite well walked up, and this little path leading off here is to one of the next pegs, which is actually, this is the one that I was trying to send you a photo from. Now on the other side, have a look at the other side, you can see the reeds, but actually they're about 15 yards short of the bank, and those trees on the other side are actually in the water. But this is the peg. Imagine in summer, that's going to be a really nice day peg to fish from, over into that little channel there where they might come from. Trees and branches overhanging, so you'd have to be casting from down there, and if I just jump in this bit without going arse of a tick, because that really won't be good while I'm filming. So there you have it. There's this peg that I'm in right now that somebody's dug out. So let's move on to the next one down the path. So here's another peg that we're coming up on. Could you put a bivvy here? Yeah, of course you could. Nice bit of space there. That's nice and flat. But you could have done on the other one. But the beauty of here is there's no elevation down to where your rods would be. Yeah, a bit slippy and minging, but hardly any overhanging branches, one or two. Lots over the water, which means underneath that water, that is going to be really snaggy. It's going to be snag city. But again, another half decent peg. Oops. And certainly one that you could put your bivvy on. Next one, so I've not walked far, probably only walked about 10-15 yards. There's another one. Piece of scabby bit floating in at the old part. Don't know whether you can see how deep that water is. It's not deep, don't worry, it's not a dead fish. A little bit wider here, but big trees that have fallen over on the far side again, right in the middle of the view now. That's going to be a monster snag. So let's get ourselves on to the first peg on the crook of the D. And the D for me is probably the most exciting part. Don't look in the distance, that's some other scabby little pond that we're not interested in. So coming up on there. No, I was thinking that might have been the next peg, but clearly it isn't. So follow the track round. I'm just going to go up this banking bit here. Yeah, I suppose you could fish off here with be a bit of a challenge. The whole bloody place is a bit of a challenge. But here's a sneaky little peg that somebody's been digging out. That's the one I was telling you about. And then fishes nicely across there. Again, lots of overhanging branches, so that's going to be an underarm cast. Oh, go on then, let's have a look at this lake. You can't really see it from the video, but that pylon in the middle is where Willows starts. Goes right the way across there. Wish you could see what I could see, but looking at the phone, I don't think you can. Continuing round. Oh, by the way, if I bump into somebody, I'm stopping filming. Another little snicket with steps down. I can't really see the steps. I'd rather be sat back here, which is quite elevated. It's probably about 1.5 meters, 2 meters above the water level, and then you can fish out there. Again, yeah, you don't need a boat. Oh, underarm casting it is then. So, right onto the D now. These are the brambles that I was telling you about. There's a peg, a couple of Strongbow beer cans, cider cans, nice. Certainly the widest part, and around there. Moving on, these are all the brambles, which are very soft under one's foot, and that's where we've come from. Okay. Nice to have like a double peg on there, really, I suppose. See if you can see willows a bit better. I don't really think you can. But anyway, there's our goal over there. Long-term goal. Yeah. Oh shit. And here's today's goal. Today's goal. Jesus. Right, so it's not been particularly boggy underfoot, but there is the odd patch like this bit that I'm coming up on here. Sort of a potential peg here. Going out. Very wide this bit in comparison to other parts. It's going back to the D to where I've come from. And that's round where I'm going. Here's got another peg. Bit of a strange one this. Wish I could zoom in and out, you really would be... No, I can't do that. You really would be able to see it a little bit better. Bit of a platform there. That piece of wood's part of a platform. Again, part of a wide bit. Nice bit to fish across there. And on we go. I do like this bit here. There's quite a lot of water here to fish for, or fish out. Moving on, round, so we've now come off the bend. There's hardly any access to the water here at all. Big fallen branch there goes out. Certainly a third, if not half of the way. Certainly no frequency of pegs on this side like there were around the other side, but here's one. Could have your bivvy here, rods there, not very elevated above the water. There's no branches there, so you could actually cast just through those out to the other side. The bank's nearly clear. Okay, there's snags over there and snags over there, but that bit there, so if I was fishing this peg, I'd have one short under here, one in the middle, one on the far side. I like this one. Very interesting, that one. Just looking back at it. That's it again. And that's the farmer's field. Bet you've never seen one of those before. We grow things in them in farmers' fields. and not stuff that you're thinking of. So, just coming up to the end of it now. This is clear. This is, when I say clear, you can clearly see the end of the Oxbow. Very reedy, as you can see, and considering this is winter, this is just going to get far worse. That's the end of it there. Quite wide, quite still. Would the fish be down here? That's $1 million question, isn't it? Can you fish it? Can you help? You can't get across these reeds. Or if you did, you'd cast over them, but you won't land out. But somebody's definitely tried, because that's a pile of stuff there. And here are little steps down to a platform that's under the water that goes out to there. That is interesting. I don't know whether it's always like this, or whether the water level's just exceptionally high. Can you get into the middle and the other side? Yeah, you can. From over there, you can cross onto this side, and you can go across that bank, but you can't get to the bank on the other side. And that's the river, or the Calder Navigation Canal that I'm now going to walk back along. Here endeth the video.